you've bought the candy, you've haunted your home, but are you now putting yourself at risk for a Halloween lawsuit?
Are we really going to talk about this? Fox 9 legal expert Wendy Patrick, people sue over Halloween.
So I guess I'm going to be the lawyer who stole Halloween. That's the title of this segment. You know, think of it as a way to make sure you have a wonderful holiday without worrying about hidden dangers at your home. Let's put it that way. I mean, a lot can go wrong on Halloween. Think about it just from a practical perspective. We just talked about candy corns versus Reese's peanut butter cups. I guess I know what I'm going to go out and buy today. But, you know, it's the one night of the year that we encourage our children to take candy from strangers, that we encourage them to go onto unfamiliar houses, walk in the dark, dress in costumes that obscure their vision, they can't see. I mean, there's all of these things that can potentially go wrong. However, there's also easy solutions to make sure you have a wonderful time without running afoul of the what could go wrong list. Lots of ways you can do this.
Okay, like what? Because you list all this stuff, and that technically you're adding to what can normally happen during day-to-day life, because you know kids don't normally go out at night when it's dark. But like, what can you do when you're going out at night? Is it just common safety things, like don't wear a big thing that you can't see where you're going?
Let's think about the homeowner first, because we've got Heather showcasing all these fantastic houses around the county. So I'll say the danger in the dark is probably the #1 thing you need to worry about. Is you have a variety of people coming to the door, kids and parents, and I'm talking about really common sense ways you can do quality control. You want to look for garden hoses, for loose tiles, for bricks, for stairs that you can't see. Light it up is the one thing you want to do when you know there's going to be foot traffic to and from the door. The other thing is, speaking of light it up, not literally, open flames, which are very popular in a lot of these great displays with the jack-o'-lanterns, are notorious for lighting things on fire accidentally. I mean, we've seen some significant.
People use open flames for their decoration.
Sometimes they do, and you know, because you can tell the difference, and sometimes it's very tempting. But there've also been costumes that have been very flammable. So that's the second thing. And then I would also say, when you're doing this type of quality control, remember it's also about what you're passing out. Nothing that is unwrapped. I mean, we live in a state where marijuana is legal. Your kids don't pass out baked goods or gummy anything, just in case. So there's lots of ways you can really sort of safety-proof your home, so that's one less thing you have to think about.
You know, I'm starting to have a newfound respect for those people that turn off their lights. And nobody's home, and so I walk by their house and be like, "Why are you not? Why are you not participating?" And the lights are off. But you know what? For some people, when you look at the liability, and especially in this day and age where everybody's just quick to ready to sue, I get it.
Well, in a sense, but also remember there are so many ways that you can actually make it more about a neighborhood activity. It's an opportunity to get to know your neighbors. You know, many block parties, they close off the streets to cars, because that was the next thing I was going to talk about, is you want costumes on your kids that are easy to see. That doesn't mean they need to like wear those LED Christmas trees. I mean, that's going to cause the driver to take their eyes off the road looking, but you also don't want to dress them all in black. Flashlights are something that a lot of parents are carrying nowadays, as well as a stash of really good candy just in case they're not picking up anything that the parents believe is safe to eat. They can still go home and have that horse trading session at the table that we used to do growing up. Where he puts it on the table, you take what you want, you trade with your siblings. So parents can also have an active role in that kind of fun.
It's interesting to talk about, can you get in trouble for your choice of decoration? We just had a house a couple of weeks ago that had very realistic looking flames on every window. And that was a decoration. Fire department, 911 gets called out. That's problematic. Very creative, but probably not a good idea.
We had one in my neighborhood where somebody had a "help me" sign in the window. That caused a lot of concern.
You can't do that.
And supposedly at least one 911 call. So that's true. There have also, believe it or not, been defamation type of lawsuits around the country where people print things on tombstones about their neighbors. I mean, you can imagine now. I mean, come on, most people wouldn't go that far. But suffice it to say, there's just some thought that should go into how you're going to decorate your house. in terms of safety and apparently a lot of other things this season to have a really great night.
I still don't understand this holiday. There's just so much with the help me and the fires and the ghosts and it's not my jam.
People
I prefer
creative.
Valentine's Day and the Day of Love. What about your pets? That's another one, right?
Pets are another concern that homeowners have, and not just, you know, you have a dog that's liable to, you know, go out and bite somebody. Think about what dogs are exposed to. We talk about the same thing with 4th of July and the fireworks.
Yeah.
They're going to have a stream of strangers. They may be wearing an uncomfortable costume. I've seen some people dress their dogs up in ways that the dog can't even see. So you know, this is one of the things that you also have to make sure that they're secure, hopefully that they're comfortable, and that they're going to continually have the doorbell ringing. And you know, some dogs aren't really good
They don't
with
like that.
a string of strangers. Yeah, so put them in a safe space, as we say.
Listen, one thing we've learned here is check that umbrella policy at your home and make sure that everything's
Make
covered.
sure you've got one. That's good. Way to round it out.
You know, a car wash near where I live used to, there's a hallway from where you leave your car to where you go pay. And every Halloween, they would decorate to the nine. I mean, it was like a legit haunted house. It was amazing. He stopped doing it because there was an older lady who went through. Even they say you can go around if you don't want to do a haunt. And there was an issue, and they haven't done it again for fear of lawsuit. Wendy, Patrick.
There you go.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Can you do a bah humbug for Halloween or no?
No way.
No.
Let's go and have
Wendy,
some fun.
thank you.
Thank you.